Hello students, welcome to some basic concepts of chemistry, NEET JEE CET session. In this session we are going to discuss previous year questions. Let us begin our journey with this question. The number of water molecules is maximum in. The first option is 1.8 grams of water, 18 grams of water is the second one. So obviously from these two options it is clear that this is going to be not a answer because 18 gram of water has more number of water molecules than 1.8 gram of water. Next is 18 moles of water. Students, we know that water, it has a molecular mass of 18 gram, that means it is 1 mole, and 1 mole has molecules that is equal to Avogadro number. Obviously 18 moles of water is going to be higher number of water molecules than this, hence B can't be the answer. 18 molecules, it is the least. D can't be the answer. Correct answer is going to be option C. Second question, a mixture of gases contains hydrogen and oxygen gases in the ratio of 1:4 with respect to weight. What is molar ratio? Means ratio in terms of moles of these two gases. So we have to find out molar ratio of hydrogen to oxygen. So let us write that we have hydrogen and oxygen is given, and with respect to mass they are present like this: 1 gram of hydrogen present and 4 grams of oxygen is present. They want molar ratio. Convert this mass to mole. How to convert mass to mole? So mole is equal to mass divided by molar mass. Mass divided by molar mass. So how many moles of hydrogen present? Number of moles of hydrogen. So automatically it's mass. So how much mass? It is given 1. Molar mass of hydrogen is 2. So this is the number of moles of hydrogen. So these many moles of hydrogen are present. These many moles of hydrogen present in that gaseous mixture. Now let us see in the case of oxygen. Mass is given, that is 14, and molar mass of oxygen you know, O2. One oxygen 16, another oxygen 16, total 32 grams per mole. So let me write 32 grams, so that is nothing but 1/8 moles of oxygen is present. Okay, so how many moles of hydrogen present, students? 1/2 moles. How many moles of oxygen is present? That is 1/8 moles. So ratio means it is H2 divided by O2. Nothing but 1 divided by 2 whole divided by 1 divided by 8. So if I simplify, then it is 8/2. Nothing but 4 divided by 1. Nothing but 4:1. So which option is the correct one? Option D. Next question. When 22.4 liters of hydrogen mixed with 11.2 liters of chlorine at STP, the moles of hydrochloric acid gas is going to form, that is equal to. So let us find out that hydrogen reacted with chlorine gas. Hydrogen gas reacted with chlorine gas to form 2 moles of hydrochloric acid gas. Students, from this equation it is clear that 1 mole of hydrogen reacts with 1 mole of chlorine to form 2 moles of hydrochloric acid gas. In other words, 22.4 liters of hydrogen reacts with 22.4 liters of chlorine to form 2 into 22.4 liters of hydrochloric acid gas. Double of these two. That is what the answer we are going to get. So here they given 22.4 liters of hydrogen only, but chlorine they given is 11.2 liters. So automatically this is going to be our limiting reagent. This is going to decide how much amount of the HCl that is going to produce. Okay. So now how to find out how much amount or volume of HCl is going to produce? Let us do the cross multiplication. 22.4 liters gives 2 into 22.4 liters, then 11.2 liter gives how much? So 11.2 liters into 2 into 22.4 divided by 22.4. So this and this is going to cancel. Remaining is 2 into 11.2, nothing but 22.4 liters only. So 22.4 liter of HCl means it is 1 mole of HCl. So hence which option is correct? It is option A. Question number 4. Let us answer this. 1 gram of magnesium is burnt with 0.56 gram of oxygen in a closed vessel. Which reactant is left excess and how much? Okay, so here we have to find out the reactant that remains excess and how much that remains, that also we have to find out. So let us write this reaction. So magnesium reacts with oxygen to form magnesium oxide. Magnesium burns in oxygen to form magnesium oxide. This reaction is not balanced. Let us balance that. So 2 and 2, this 2 and this 2 cancels. Automatically number of oxygen here is equal to 1. Okay. Now what we know, students, we know that 24 grams, that is atomic mass of magnesium, reacts with only one oxygen, means 16 gram of oxygen to form the magnesium oxide as a product. Now to react with 1 gram of magnesium, how many grams of oxygen is required? So what I have to do here, 1 into 16 divided by 24, this cross multiplication I have to do. So when I do that cross multiplication, I am going to get the answer that is equal to 0.666. So that continues like this. I am going to get, to react with 1 gram of magnesium, the amount of oxygen required is 0.66, but given is 0.56. That indicates that oxygen is a limiting reagent. Then which one is excess? It is a magnesium that is a reagent present in excess. Okay. So how to find out how much it is going to react? So let us do that one like this. Oxygen reacts with half moles of magnesium, reacts with half moles of oxygen to form magnesium oxide. So 24 and 16, that we already know. Now to react with 0.56 gram of oxygen, how much mass of magnesium is required? So 24 into 0.56 divided by 16, and if I solve this, then I am going to get the answer that is equal to 0.84 grams. So only 0.84 gram it is going to react. Remaining is how much? So remaining is equal to 1 minus 0.84, that is nothing but 0.16 gram. So it is magnesium that is excess and remaining is 0.16 gram. It is option A. Question number 5. 6.02 into 10 to the power 20 molecules of urea are present in 100 ml of its solution. Concentration of the solution in terms of molarity we have to find out. Okay, let us do that, students. We know, students, molarity formula. Molarity is equal to what? Molarity is equal to number of moles of solute. Molarity is equal to number of moles of solute divided by volume of the solvent in liters, divided by volume in liters, volume of the solution in liters. Okay, do they given moles here? No, they given number. We know that 1 mole urea means how many urea molecules? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 molecules. Urea molecules, of course. Then 6.022 into 10 to the power 20 urea molecule means how many moles? So let us do the cross multiplication. 1 into 6.022 into 10 to the power 20 divided by 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. It is nothing but 10 to the power minus 3 moles. So I got a number of moles of urea, that is nothing but 10 to the power minus 3. Here 20 is present, here 23 is present, automatically 3 is remaining. If you take numerator, then it becomes 10 to the power minus 3. Okay, volume in liters. Volume is given in terms of ml. Let us convert that. Students, we know that 1000 ml means that is 1 liter. Then 100 ml means how many liters? So it is nothing but 100 into 1 divided by 1000. That is nothing but 0.1 liter. 200 means 0.2 liters. 500 means 0.5 liters, like that. Now substitute here. This is a 10 to the power minus 3 and divided by 0.1. So nothing but 10 to the power minus 1. If you take numerator, 10 to the power plus 1, remaining is 10 to the power minus 2 molar. Or you can write that one as 0.01 molar. So which option is the correct one? Option D. Now let us move to the next question. In an experiment, it is showed that 10 ml of 0.05 molar solution of chloride required 10 ml of 0.1 molar solution of silver nitrate. Okay, to react completely with the 10 ml of 0.05 molar chloride, we required 10 ml of 0.1 molar solution of silver nitrate. Okay, which of the following will be the formula of the chloride? So here X in the options stands for the symbol of the element other than chlorine. Okay, let us try to solve this. Okay, we have a compound of chloride with X. So let me write that. I don't know what is the oxidation number of X. XCl minus. For chloride I know it is Cl minus. So we have compound of chloride with X. And that one they reacted with silver nitrate, AgNO3. And in silver nitrate we have two ions. One is Ag plus ion and another one is nitrate ion. And what is the concentration of chloride they given? They told that 10 ml and 0.05 molar. What is the concentration of silver nitrate they told? 10 ml of course, but 0.1 molar. Now let us find out moles. So let us use the formula molarity is equal to moles divided by, or moles of the solute divided by volume in liter. Volume in liter. Let us use that in both cases. See, in the case of chloride, molarity is 0.05. Number of moles I want to calculate. Volume 100 ml means 0.1 liter. 10 means 0.01 liter. So when I multiply, moles is going to be 10 to the power minus 4. 5 into 10 to the power minus 4. Or I can write that one as 0.5 into 10 to the power minus 3. 0.5 into 10 to the power minus 3. Similarly, in the case of silver nitrate, let us calculate that. Here we have molarity 0.1 moles. That what we have to find out, that is our aim. And once again 10 ml means it is 0.01 liter. So when I multiply these two, moles of silver nitrate is going to be 10 to the power minus 3. So let me write that reaction once again. So X we have to find out its oxidation number and its formula with the chloride. Reacts with the silver nitrate to form what, students? Obviously silver chloride and nitrate ion and etc. Now number of moles of Ag plus ion is 10 to the power minus 3. Number of moles of Cl minus ion is 0.5 into 10 to the power minus 3. That means it is half of Ag plus ion concentration. They told that 10 ml of 0.05 molar solution of chloride required to react with the 10 ml of 0.1 molar solution of silver nitrate. Means there is a complete reaction between these two. But number of moles of chloride is half of this. So how to make it equal so that they can react completely to give AgCl? For that purpose, what I need to do, I have to take two chloride ions. So I am taking 2 chloride ions here. That means its concentration should be multiplied by 2. When I multiply, this becomes 1 into 10 to the power minus 3 mole. That is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 mole of Ag plus, and we are going to get complete reaction between these two. Okay, so now I got X and 2Cl minus. Students, when magnesium chloride is ionized, what we get? We get Mg2 plus and we get 2Cl minus. Am I correct? So this 2 indicates what? Charge of magnesium and number of chloride in the formula. This 2 indicates charge present on the magnesium as well as the number of chloride ions present in the formula. Let us use the same skill here to solve it. This 2 indicates a charge present on X, that is 2 plus, and a number of Cl minus ions. So when I write the formula, it is going to be XCl2, just like magnesium chloride. Our answer is going to be XCl2, option B. Next question, which of the following has a maximum number of molecules in it? So 44 gram, you know, it is 1 mole of carbon dioxide, and that has number of molecules equal to Avogadro number. 48 gram of ozone. So once again, 1 oxygen 16, 3 oxygen is 48. It means it is a once again molecular mass of ozone. It is nothing but 1 mole of ozone, that also has Avogadro number of molecules. 8 gram of hydrogen. See students, 2 gram hydrogen means it is 1 mole, and 8 gram means obviously it is how many moles? So 8 into 1 divided by 2, that is nothing but 4 moles. 4 moles has how many molecules in it? 4 moles has 4 into Avogadro number of molecules. The next option, 64 gram of sulfur dioxide. It is a molecular mass of sulfur dioxide. It is nothing but 1 mole, and that also has a molecule that is equal to Avogadro number. Hence, which one is the correct answer? It is option C, that has 4 into Avogadro number of molecules. Next question, question number 8. 25.3 grams of sodium carbonate is dissolved in enough water to make it 250 ml of the solution. If sodium carbonate dissociates completely, if it ionizes completely, molar concentration of sodium ion, that is Na plus, and carbonate ion, that is CO32 minus ion, that we have to find out. Okay, now let us find out molarity of sodium carbonate obtained by dissolving 25.3 grams of it in 250 ml of solution. So how to find out molarity? We have formula. Molarity is equal to number of moles of the solute divided by volume in liter. But here they given gram, students. So moles is equal to what? Mole is equal to mass divided by molar mass. So what is mass, students? 25.3. What is molar mass of sodium carbonate? Is only given 106. Okay. And next they given 250 ml. So we have to convert that one into liters. We know that once again 1000 ml means it is 1 liter. Then 250 ml means it is how many liters? So it is 250 divided by 1000. So it is nothing but 0.25 liters. So let us substitute number of moles. So 25.3 divided by 106 and 0.25. Students, when I solve this value is going to be nearly equal to 1. This value is going to be nearly equal to 1, less than 1 obviously. Okay, now we have sodium carbonate. So when sodium carbonate dissociates, we get 2Na plus and carbonate ion. If the molar concentration of sodium carbonate is 1 molar, then sodium obviously is going to be double of that, 2 molars or near to 2, and carbonate is going to be 1 molar. So this is near to 2, this is near to 1. In which option we have? In this option you can see the molar concentration of Na plus is near to 2, whereas whereas carbonate is near to 1. Now let us solve the next question. What volume of oxygen gas measured at 0 degree Celsius and 1 atm pressure is needed to burn completely 1 liter of propane gas measured under same conditions? So what volume of oxygen at STP needed to burn completely 1 liter of propane gas? So let us write the reaction. C3H8 reacts with oxygen to form carbon dioxide and water. Let us balance. 4 hydrogen are there, 4 H2O, 3 carbon are there, 3 CO2. So here total 10 oxygen on the right hand side, 5 O2. So all are gases obviously, and here I know that 1 mole, that means 22.4 liters of propane reacts with 5 into 22.4 liters of oxygen to form 3 into 22.4 liters of carbon dioxide. So they want 1 liter propane to react with 1 liter propane. How much oxygen in terms of liter it is required? That is what the question. So now let us answer this simple question. So 22.4 liters reacts with the 5 into 22.4 liters, and then 1 liter reacts with how much? So obviously 5 into 22.4 liter divided by 22.4 liter, this and this cancels, remaining is 5 liters. It is option A. Next question. How many moles of lead 2 chloride will be formed from the reaction between 6.5 gram of lead oxide, 3.2 grams of HCl? So we have to find out how many moles of lead chloride is going to form. Okay, first let us write the reactions. Okay, let me write here. Lead oxide reacts with what? HCl to form lead chloride, to form PbCl2 and water. This equation is not balanced, now it is balanced. Okay, atomic mass of lead is 207 plus 16. So when I add that one, I am going to get 223. Chlorine is 35.5. 1 hydrogen means 36.5 into 2 means it is 73. So 223 gram of lead oxide reacts with 73 gram of HCl. Then 6.5 reacts with how much mass of HCl? Let us do this first. 6.5 into 73 divided by 223. If I solve this, the answer I am going to get is 2.12 students. But given HCl is 3.2, that means what? HCl is excess. Okay, and it is not the decider how much lead chloride has to form. So who is going to decide? It is a lead oxide. Why? Because it is present in limiting. Clear? So let me write reaction once again, same reaction obviously. Lead oxide plus 2HCl to form lead chloride and water. So what we know, 223 grams of lead oxide, when react I get 1 mole of lead chloride. Then 6.5 gram of lead oxide reacts. How many moles of lead chloride I am going to get? 6.5 into 1 divided by 223. If you solve this, answer comes out to be 0.029. Okay, moles. So which one is the correct option? It is option B. Now let us see the next question. Question number 11. An organic compound contains carbon, hydrogen and oxygen respectively. Okay, the concentration of carbon, hydrogen they given. Let me write that first. So we have hydrogen, we have hydrogen, we have carbon and we have oxygen. The concentration of hydrogen is 9.67% as far as the percentage is concerned. Carbon is 38.71%. Oxygen 100 minus these two values. 100 minus these two values. 100 minus these two values. When I do that, I am going to get that value it is equal to 51.62. Okay, so these are elements, this is a percentage, and let me write atomic mass. Now hydrogen 1, carbon 12, oxygen 16. Now let me get moles. Mole means it is mass divided by atomic mass divided by 1. 38.71 divided by 12. 51.62 divided by 12. It is nothing but 9.67 only. Here I am going to get a 3.22. Here also I am going to get near to 3.22. So here number divided by the smallest, if I do, then this value is going to be 9.67 divided by 3.22. Here it is a 3.22 divided by 3.22. Here it is a 3.22 divided by 3.22, and so this is going to be 3, 1 and 1. So here they asked empirical formula, not molecular formula. So hence empirical formula means whatever we get, that we have to write. 1 carbon, 3 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. Which option? C1H3O. Option C. Now let us move to the next question. An element X has the following isotopic composition: atomic mass 200 has 90%, atomic mass 199 has 8%, atomic mass 201 has 2%. We are asked to calculate average atomic mass. How to calculate average atomic mass? So average atomic mass of X is equal to average atomic mass of X is equal to, so it is nothing but 200 into 90%, one isotope, plus 199 into 8%, another isotope, plus 201 into 2%, and divided by 100 total percent. So 90% of 200 present, and so answer is close to 200 only. So it is option D. Next question: maximum number of molecules present in, okay, 15 liters of hydrogen at STP, 22.4 liter as Avogadro number. 15 liter means it is greater than half of Avogadro number. Greater than half of Avogadro number. Okay, approximately let us do it and try to answer. 5 liter of nitrogen, 22.4 liter as Avogadro number, 5 liter. So that has a very small number of molecules. Am I correct? Less than hydrogen. Directly when I compare these two, obviously I get less than hydrogen. And here 0.5 gram they told. Hydrogen we know that 2 gram as Avogadro number molecules. 0.5 gram means how many? So automatically 0.5 into Avogadro divided by 2. It is nothing but Avogadro by 4. Correct. 10 gram of oxygen. Oxygen means 32 gram. It is molar mass. 32 as Avogadro number. Then 10 has 10 gram as how many molecules? So 10 Avogadro divided by 32. Students, once again it is going to be 1 by 3 of Avogadro. So this is 1 by 4, this is 1 by 3. Okay, this is even less than that because 5 liter, whereas this is greater than half of Avogadro, hence it is the answer. So you need not calculate accurately in competitive exam, students. Even approximate calculation with the proper skill can get you the answer. Next question number 14, which has maximum molecules. Here also you need not calculate accurately. See, nitrogen, 1 nitrogen means 14, 2 nitrogen means 28. 28 has Avogadro number of molecules, then 7 has how many? So 7 Avogadro divided by 28, it is nothing but Avogadro by 4. And 2 gram of hydrogen means it is a molar mass. It has Avogadro number of molecules only. 2 gram of hydrogen means it's molar mass. So it has Avogadro number of molecules only. 16 gram of NO2, 14 plus 32. Am I correct? So it is a molar mass. How much? That is a 46. It is less than that. Automatically it has a less number of molecules than Avogadro number. Oxygen 32. 16 is less than that. So automatically it has a less number of molecules than Avogadro. Already we got Avogadro here. So hence it is option B. Next question. Percentage of selenium in peroxidase anhydrous enzyme is 0.5% by weight. Okay, atomic weight of selenium is given 78.4. Then the minimum molecular weight of the peroxidase anhydrous enzyme that we have to calculate. Okay, so please read once again. Percentage of selenium peroxide anhydrous enzyme is 0.5%. So in enzyme, 100 gram of enzyme, 0.5 gram of selenium is present. That is what the question. And atomic weight they given. Minimum molecular weight of peroxidase anhydrous enzyme that we have to calculate. Okay. So let us do that, students. So from this statement, what is clear? 100 gram of enzyme. 100 gram of enzyme contains 0.5 gram of selenium. How? Because percentage. When I say percentage, it is always with respect to 100 only. Okay. Students, now 78.4 gram of selenium present in how much mass of enzyme? That is what I am doing. Why I am doing like this? Because it contains one selenium, they told. So automatically in molecular mass of enzyme there is only one selenium, and selenium 78.4 gram is a mass of one selenium. So then what is the mass of the enzyme that contains this one selenium? That is what I need to find out. I hope that you people are getting. For example, if I take sodium chloride and if I say it contains 23 grams, means it is its atomic mass. Automatically it is present in molar mass of 23 plus 35.5, that is nothing but 58.5. Is that is clear or not? So if I say that 23 gram of sodium is present in sodium chloride and find out its molar mass, if I ask, then you know that 23 gram is atomic mass of sodium that is present in 1 mole of sodium chloride. So you need to find out molar mass of sodium chloride. Simple. So like that you have to do. So 78.4 gram is atomic mass of selenium, and it is present in how many gram of enzyme? If we find out, it itself is a molar weight of the enzyme. So let us do that cross multiplication. 100 into 78.4 divided by 0.5. So if I do that, I am going to get a very big number. So what is that big number? Let me calculate. 100 into 78.4 divided by 0.5. So this answer comes out to be 1 point, next it comes to be 5. Yes, 1.56 into 10 to the power 4. Okay, which option we have? It is option A. Now let us solve the next question. Question number 16. Molarity of liquid hydrochloric acid if its density is 1.17 gram in 1 centimeter cube. Okay, so let us use that. HCl they given. What is the mass they given? 1.17 gram. From where I got here? And this 1.17 gram present in 1 centimeter cube of the solution, that is nothing but 1 ml of the solution. Okay, to calculate molarity, what you required, students? Molarity is equal to moles of solute divided by volume in liter. They given mass, so we have to convert that one into mole. They given 1 cm cube solution, it is present, means we have to convert that once again to liter. So how to get the mole of HCl? So mole means it is simple mass divided by molar mass. What is the mass? 1.17. What is the molar mass of HCl? Cl is 35.5, H is 1, hence it is 36.5. Okay, and suppose if I solve that, then I'm going to get one value, let it be there. Let me convert this also. I know that 1000 ml means 1 liter, then 1 ml means how many? So obviously it is nothing but 10 to the power minus 3 liters. So now let us substitute in this equation, students. This is 1.17 divided by 36.5 divided by 10 to the power minus 3. If we solve this, we end with the answer that is equal to 32.05. Which option? Option C. Next, question number 17. Volume of carbon dioxide obtained by complete decomposition of 9.85 gram of barium carbonate. So barium carbonate, when it undergoes complete decomposition, it forms barium oxide and carbon dioxide. So barium, we have to find out the molecular mass of barium. Barium is 137.3 and carbon is 12, oxygen 16 into 4, 48. When I add these three values, I am going to get to 197.3. This is a molar mass of barium carbonate. Okay, this is a molar mass of barium carbonate. So whenever 197.3 gram reacts, I am going to get 22.4 liters of carbon dioxide. When 9.85 gram is going to react, how much? So automatically 9.85 into 22.4 divided by 197.3, and suppose if you solve that, then answer is going to be 1.12 liter. So option B. Next question, number of atoms present in 4.25 gram of ammonia approximately. That is a question. Ammonia, nitrogen 14, 3 hydrogen plus 3, total 17 gram of it has Avogadro number of molecules, but how many atoms? One molecule has 3 plus 1, 4. So automatically 4 into Avogadro number of atoms it contains. So they are asking in 4.25 grams of it as how many? So let me solve this. 4.25 into 4 into Avogadro number means 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 divided by 17. If I do, then I am going to get the answer that is nearly equal to 6 into 10 to the power 23. So what is that option? Option D. Question number 19. In the reaction of 4 ammonia reacts with 5 O2 to form 4 moles of oxides of nitrogen monoxide, 6 mole of water. This is Haber process of preparation of nitric acid, first step. Okay. So here when 1 mole of ammonia and 1 mole of oxygen are made to react completely. Okay. First let us find out the limiting reagent, because that is the one which is going to get completely going to react in the reaction. Okay, 4 mole of ammonia reacts with the 5 moles of oxygen, then 1 mole of ammonia reacts with how much moles of oxygen? 5 divided by 4, that is nothing but 1.25 moles. Am I correct? Yes. Okay, now let me write the same reaction. 4 moles of ammonia, 5 moles of oxygen to give the product. So 4 mole ammonia reacts with the 5 moles of oxygen, then 1 mole of oxygen reacts with how many moles of ammonia? 4 divided by 5, that is nothing but 0.8. So ammonia is excess. 1 mole of ammonia is going to be excess. So out of 1 mole, 0.8 reacts and 0.2 remains. Is that statement is there? No, that statement is not there. They told that all the ammonia will be consumed. No, 0.8 mole consumed and 0.2 remains. So this can't be the answer. And 1 mole of water is formed. No, that is not possible. We are going to get different number of water molecules. 1 mole of NO will be produced. No. So here all oxygen will be consumed. Yes. Why? Because oxygen is a limiting reagent. To react with 1 mole we require 1.25 mole. Available is only 1 mole. So hence this 1 mole ammonia completely reacts with 1 mole of oxygen. So 1 mole of oxygen is completely reacted. So hence option A. Students, now let us see question number 20. The question is the amount of zinc required to produce 224 ml of hydrogen gas at STP on treatment with dilute sulfuric acid. So let us write that reaction. Zinc reacts with dilute sulfuric acid. So when it reacts, it forms zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas is going to be liberated. So this equation is already balanced. 65 grams is atomic mass of zinc. When it reacts, it forms 22.4 liters of hydrogen. The question is to form 224 ml of hydrogen at STP, the amount of zinc required. First let us convert that 224 ml in liters. Students, what we know, 1000 ml means 1 liter. Then 224 means how many liters? 224 divided by 1000, that is equal to 0.224 liters. Okay, so here I have 0.224 liters. 24 liter produced by 65 gram of zinc, then 0.224 liters of hydrogen produced by how much gram of zinc? So hence it is 65 into 0.224 liters divided by 22.4. So when I do that, this comes out to be 0.65 grams. Which option? Option C is the correct answer. Thank you, students.